Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, midwinter recess is here, and that means the kiddos are home for the week. We'll show you where you can make sure their bodies and minds stay active during the break. And happy President's Day! We take you inside the life and home of the 13th president from right here in Western New York. It's all coming up right here on Daytime Buffalo. Afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. On behalf of all of us here at Daytime Buffalo, we want to thank you for joining us on an exciting new adventure where we celebrate everything that makes Western New York such an amazing place to live, work, and just enjoy life. We aim to inform, entertain, and provide value to you, the viewer, through our local sponsorships and expert guest segments. Our goal is to empower you with the best tools and advice to tackle anything life may throw at you and have fun while doing it. Now, if you're wondering where you may have seen me before, some of you early birds may know me from my time on Wake Up. I did many fun stories reporting around Western New York. Some of you might recognize me as that girl yelling at cars going too fast while I was a traffic anchor. Hey, any lacrosse fans out there? Have you noticed a bandette dancing at the Bandits games at KeyBank Center who looks very much like me? Yeah, me neither. Oh, and there's a girl going around calling herself Miss Buffalo. Can you believe that girl? I mean, who does she think she is? In all seriousness, I am so proud to be here representing Buffalo as I go on to compete at Miss New York and sharing stories of people and places here that make the city of good neighbors so special. This New York City girl is proud to call Western New York her home. But enough about me. I'd like to introduce you to the Daytime Buffalo team and go behind the scenes to show you the crew behind it all.
The team they brought together for Daytime Buffalo could not be better, and I am so excited to be a part of it.
The thing about the Daytime Buffalo team is everyone has a specific niche in which they excel at.
And I believe there's a lot of speculation about what CW actually stands for. Can you let us in on any of that?
What does CW stand for? Clockwork. Charles Winston, Carl Walker, Christopher Robin.
What are we doing?
I'm the boss.
We'll fix it in post.
Oh, it's falling. It's falling. It's falling.
Bijan Française. Bijan Française. Potem. Potem.
Well, midwinter recess is here, and that means the kiddos are out of school for a week, but parents, don't worry. There are many activities going on right now to keep their minds sharp and bodies active. Joining me in the Daytime Buffalo studio today is Joanna Jacobs from Explore and More Museum. Joanna, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you guys have some special programs and camps going on that are really keeping those kids engaged. Tell me a little bit about them.
Sure. So for February Break Week, we are hosting a number of campers for various activities to keep their minds going. So we have yoga, we have smoothie classes. That camp is sold out, but we are doing a ton of activities for the general public as well, and those will be focused on engineering.
Amazing. the future engineers and STEM kids of our future. Now, how much time do these kids spend at the camp? Can you just drop them off and leave them? You know, just like drop them off. I'll see you whenever I feel like it.
Definitely. The camps typically run about 8 to 4. Things vary a little bit, but they are all day long. We understand the parents are working or have other things to do, and kids want to stay busy.
And what's the age group for the camp programs you have?
Typically, our camps are about ages 4 to age 12.
Okay, that's a nice wide range and variety and lots of groups. Now, do you accommodate various kids with different abilities?
We do. So we have a number of exhibits in the museum that are fully accessible, the newest being our indoor playground. So it is wheelchair accessible. We also have sensory aids for those that may need them whenever they come to the museum. And we have even special nights on the weekends, awesome evenings for those with autism and sensory processing needs.
Amazing. Now, you already said these winter camps are filled up, so congratulations to you guys. But parents, that just means that you guys have to really start thinking ahead. And you guys have more camps for spring and summer, I believe, right?
We do. So in April, we are hosting our World Travelers Cooking Camp. There are still spots open for that for the April break. And then in the summertime, from June to August, we have a number of day camps that are available. And the themes range from soccer to STEM to cooking.
Amazing stuff there. And how can parents find out more information about the camps and then also get their kids signed up?
Right on our website, exploreandmore, more.org. So exploreandmore.org, all of our information is right there. We do recommend signing up kids ASAP because the camps do sell out, as you can see.
Yeah, as you see, so good news there. The early, the better.
Yes.
Early bird gets the worm when it comes to signing up these kids for camps. Any other special events you guys have going on at the museum?
Yeah, we do encourage folks to come out this week for Break Week. The engineering is sponsored by National Grid. We have activities that really get kids thinking like they are an engineer. So get that creativity flowing, testing things, trying things again. So we encourage folks to join us not only this week, but keep up to date on our website calendar because we have so many different classes for different age groups and different programming all year round.
I love Explore and More because the kids have so much fun. I've done events there dressing up as a princess and doing cookie decorating and reading stories. And I think you guys are really special because you kind of trick the kids into learning. It's really cool things. You know, on those breaks, the kids have so much energy. They want to play, they want to have fun. And they have fun at your camps, but they don't even realize how much they're learning.
Absolutely. That's kind of our tagline is so much fun that you don't even know you're learning. It's really true. And the cool thing about the museum, too, is that it's fully place-based. So everything, the exhibits are all based around Western New York. So even when you're there playing on, you know, in our treehouse, for instance, you are learning about Western New York and the things that make it what it is.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for here at Daytime Buffalo. Thank you, Joanna, for coming on. And you're welcome anytime to talk about Explore More and the incredible stuff and programs you have at the museum. So thank you for coming on to our show today.
Thank you.
Parents, we all want to trick our kids into learning, right? When they're sitting idle and they just have so much energy. Now, if you're interested in visiting Explore and More or would like to find out about events and activities taking place, you can find everything you need over on their website. That's exploreandmore.org, or just give them a call. That number is right there on your screen. Now, coming up after the break, the city becomes a work of art. We'll show you the amazing transformation of a city through public mural art. And I'll show you how to decorate cookies like a boss, even if you're just starting out. Keep it here. Art is a specialty here in the Queen City, and what makes Buffalo so unique is that you don't have to visit a gallery or museum to enjoy it. Sometimes all you have to do is just look around. And that's what local businesses say has kept a constant flow of traffic and customers coming back to their neighborhood. Now, we caught up with one of the artists responsible for some of the most recognizable murals in Buffalo, who says this trend started over 2 decades ago and shows no sign of stopping anytime soon. Public mural art. It's a medium that allows artists, passersby, and mural seekers to have a shared experience. Murals have been delighting and engaging people in cities across the country, and Buffalo is moving to the forefront with this trend with the help of some local leaders.
So Joel Faraletto approached me in 2017 and mentioned that, he had just been to Wynwood, and that's sort of what sparked the work on Hurdle. He's just had a vision that Buffalo could participate in a small way. He saw this trend happening in Miami, and you can go spend an entire day looking at murals in the Wynwood district, and if Buffalo can do that in a smaller way, it's just one more thing for people to do when they're in town.
While more and more murals are coming to life in the 716, we are definitely not new to this form of public art. Artist Frank Cravata and others are responsible for some of the most iconic murals in Buffalo.
I've known Frank a while outside of the murals. I didn't know until he told me this summer that he was the original painter of the lion murals on Delaware by the row houses. 20 years ago he did it, but he just refreshed it. So, it's sort of after 20 years it was taking some wear and tear, and he decided to fix it up, and it looks good again.
Tell me a little bit, and you talked about some of the artists that you work with, Adam Ziglis and Philip Burke.
Yeah, so, in both cases you're dealing with, Adam's a Pulitzer Prize winner. Philip Burke has nationally recognized artists. They're from Buffalo, and to be able to work with them and these projects is like, it's an honor, really.
While many local artists like Chuck Tingley and Adrish Waheed have adorned the walls of Western New York using ladders and lifts, Rory says his process gives regular format artists a place in the spotlight.
This is a different process than they use. Theirs is a lot more difficult. They're talented muralists in Buffalo painting directly on the wall. So all of them have been very good to us in terms of, supporting each other's work and speaking highly of it.
And this was really special because DeMar actually came and visited, and I'm sure he was appreciative of the support.
Yeah, he's reached out on social media just thanking us for putting it up. It was obviously a heartbreaking moment at the time, and was a chance for us to sort of remember a time where our country kind of came together over a topic that happened in our, Buffalo Bills player. So.
Mural art has helped put Buffalo in the national spotlight with the help of our great art institutions like the Buffalo AKG Art Museum.
They've obviously led the way in terms of bringing artists from around the world to come and do murals and paint murals in Buffalo, and they've done a great job, participating in this process as well. So I think there's no unified approach to this, and there doesn't really need to be. As I said, I think the more the merrier, as long as they're done well.
It's only bringing more eyes to Buffalo, and which relates to better work for our artists here. Bringing more eyes to Buffalo is just what Rory and his team did with the famous Josh Allen Hurdling Hurdle Avenue.
What we call the most famous piece of plastic in Buffalo's history, maybe world history. We installed the Josh Allen jumping over the hurdle. It was just uncoordinated, we more or less decided it needed to be done. We're just having fun with it, trying to create things that people can go look at. And that was obviously popular because it was, timely, right, as well as, just odd, right? Like it's a chance to do something that you don't see every day. So.
And how did that sign do for businesses in that area?
Well, the businesses all thanked us. When you come in a neighborhood, you might spend money on other things or visit a shop or just create a buzz in general. So that's our objective, is to try to, do these kind of things that we're not necessarily being paid for, but certainly they benefit us and some other businesses.
So whether you were taking a stroll through your neighborhood or an insatiable search for the most Instagrammable spot, you are sure to find a mural that will delight, intrigue, and maybe even inspire you. Well, today is National Love Your Pet Day, and here at Daytime Buffalo, we love our four-legged friends like they were members of our own family because, well, they are. Now, this is the love of my life. Remy. I reached out to Kimberly LaRussa from Sweet Buffalo saying I was in need of companionship and unconditional love. However, this dog lover is highly allergic, so I had to do some research to find specific breeds that are good for allergies. I honestly had no faith that she would find the perfect dog for me, but alas, along came Remy. He's a Bichon Frise. He loves to play, especially with other dogs, and he's the bougiest dog you'll probably ever meet. Seriously, he's unfazed by almost everything, even peanut butter. I mean, come on now. You'll come to love and know him well on Daytime Buffalo because he will definitely continue to make appearances. But if you're looking to find your own fur baby, we might be able to help. I'm joined by Kate Daly, the president and CEO of Erie County SPCA. Who is this lovely little man you brought to us?
This is Poe.
Thank you for bringing him. He is so cute. He's been had great behavior today. A lovely guest host for me. How old is Poe?
Poe is 6.
6 years old. And does he have all of his shots and everything?
Oh, he does. Yeah, he's neutered, microchipped, all that.
He's good and ready to go. And how is he with kids and other animals?
You know, he doesn't love little people. They're a little chaotic for him.
Okay.
When you said bougie, he is bougie.
He's bougie. Okay,
Yes.
so he probably needs someone single or a younger couple that doesn't have any kids yet, maybe.
Right. So
Okay.
Poe is mine.
Okay.
So he's not up for adoption.
Poe is yours.
I brought him because he is so well behaved.
Yes.
And I thought we could talk a little bit about, you know, finding the perfect dog for you.
Absolutely.
And because we do. We have so many amazing dogs at the SPCA.
Yeah, you do. Please tell me a little bit if people are interested, because you guys are really special, because you don't just say, here's a dog, you're on your own, because that's something that's really scary for people when they want to adopt. They're like, wait, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I'm learning everything, but you kind of have programs and resources to help, right? Tell me about that.
We do. So we have what we like to call a matchmaking program. So when you come into the SPCA to adopt, you're not just sort of picking any animal and taking them home. We
Right.
walk you through all of their specific needs, making sure that your lifestyle matches. And then we follow up with behavioral care if you need it, if you need support. Because sometimes you get them home, they seem perfect, and then all of a sudden they're barking or they're eating your couch or something. So.
I do know a thing or two about that with my lovely dog, Remy.
Yeah, so we're here for our adopters and the community in general every step of the way with any support that they could need.
Now, you guys actually do so much work, not just with helping people find their forever friends, but you do a lot of community outreach. Can you talk to me a little bit about what you guys have going on?
Absolutely. So because of the pandemic, it kind of slowed down our efforts, but we've ramped them all the way back up. So we are out in our community with free vaccine clinics. We are taking low-income clients through our Lipsy clinic to help keep families together, because one of the things we found is that one of the #1 reasons people turn in their pets is because they can't afford medical care. So we're trying to make that more accessible for more of Buffalo by going exactly where people need the help most, but also being accessible right within our own 4 walls.
And like we would expect, you guys are working really hard with animal cruelty prevention. Can you tell me some of the things that you guys are working on?
Oh, absolutely. So one thing we've seen lately is a high incidence of evictions. So animals have been abandoned at a much higher rate. And what we're trying to tell the public is please reach out to us ahead of time, because we have programs to keep families together. We have our SAFE program, which is a foster-based program. If for any reason you're unhoused or going through some sort of an event, we can house your animal for you either at our shelter or in foster to preserve those bonds and keep those families together.
And also, you guys go beyond just domestic animals. You guys have a wildlife rehab, is that correct?
We do, yes. We see thousands of animals, especially in the warmer season. So many baby bunnies and squirrels and opossums. And we also have a farm where we see horses and chickens and pigs. So every animal you can think of within our walls, we're helping them.
Absolutely, and you guys have really matched a lot of homes. If people want to find their forever homes, what do you suggest for them as far as the process that they're going to go through, and the mindset that they should be in if they're thinking about taking home a dog?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so anytime you're thinking about adopting a pet, just making sure that you really find the animal that's the right match for you. Because I know personally, I brought home animals to foster, and I quickly realized they were not going to fit in. So we have a really robust foster to adopt program. So you can actually, if the fur fits is what it's called, you can trial that animal for 2 weeks, and it's kind of like a nice little opportunity for both of you to see, you know, is this the right situation for both of us? So, you know, if you're certain you want to adopt, definitely, we're here for you. But you can also take part in that foster program just to make sure it's the right fit.
Absolutely. That's what I did with Remy. I took him home, and of course, we know how that went.
Yeah.
Fell in love quickly, but I really appreciate you guys helping match these people. Matchmaking is a key part to it, finding your perfect pet for you, finding their perfect home and environment for them. So thank you for all the work that you are doing and continuing to do. We would love to have you back on the show with any dogs that you want, or cats, for people to adopt.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now, still to come on Daytime Buffalo, we'll share some expert tips on how to create a beautiful bouquet of flowers and how to keep them looking great for days to come with a little help from the experts at the Botanical Gardens. Stick around, that's coming up.